Good afternoon, students. It is indeed pleasure to discuss the topic which is related to current trends in human resource management. If you look at human resource management and employee relations in terms of human resource management, the concept employee relations involved a body of work concerned with maintaining employers-employee relationship, which offers consultation, facilitation, and resolution strategy for workplace issues. It contributes to the satisfactory productivity, motivation, and morale. So, the understanding the importance of employee relation, which is a trend as far as human resources management is concerned. If we look at impact on growth of organization and employee engagement, it is very crucial to understand the the organization and the employee engagement in terms of a kind of having a kind of a relationship for building organization development or organizational growth. Employee engagement is one of the trend which we need to understand. Then let's say labor turnover and retention, employee complaints, which are very crucial, needed to be understood under employee relations. If you look at the kind of turnover of every organization and the percentage of turnover, then you will see if those companies who are taking care of employee relations will have a low rate than the companies which are not taking care of employee relations. The complaint which have been raised by employees, if it is not resolved properly, then you will find employee turnover will be high. Performance management and employee recognition is also a crucial part as far as employee relations are concerned. And if we are taking care of employee recognition, rewards, awards, if we are taking care of appreciation on a kind of a weekly, monthly basis, on whenever they are doing a kind of a good performance, we have, being a manager, we have to appreciate. Being an organization, we have to take care of their rewards and recognition. If we will discourage a kind of conflict, or if we will resolve the conflict, reduce the absenteeism, will help in better employee relations, which can be a one trend which we can see as far as human resource management is concerned. If you look at impact of growth compensation uh, of organization, and the goal of employee relations is to strengthen employee-employee relationship, employee engagement and labor turnover and retention, employee complaints has to be reduced, then you will find a kind of a good relationship in the organization. Then performance management, employee recognition, discourage of complaint and reduce absenteeism. This will help to increase the employee relations, and it definitely will help in terms of growth of organization. If you look at a kind of new perspective in terms of organizational entry, let us understand what is meant by organizational entry. Organizational entry management involves planning, implementing, controlling, and define path of workers to gain access and become employee of an organization. What are the different phases of organizational entry? The first and foremost part is recruitment, selection, then orientation and socialization of an employee in an organization. If we will take care of this organizational entry in very systematic method, then definitely human resource management will ensure organizational development and the growth of organization. Now, if you look at employee status, or the recognition for employee has to be taken into consideration. So let us understand employee status and the meaning of it. The employee status is a legal status and classification of someone in employment as either an employee or working on their own account as a self-employed. Okay. Concept of employee status, classified employees, definition of employment. Let's understand classified employees. All classified employees are employees at will or may be dismissed from employment at any time for any reason or for no reason. Okay. So if we will look at the definition of employment, there will be two categories. One is regular and second is salaried board members. Employment in an approved budget, full time or part time position that is meant to be a part of regular country workforce. Salaried board members, members of boards of, of supervisors and planning commissions are paid an annual salary as an established by country ordinance and state laws. Extent of participation in eligibility for benefits. So we have to extend certain aspects for the better participation. For example, full time regular, part time regular, temporary or salaried board member. This can be useful for building good employee status. Now we have to take care of continuous service is to be defined, uninterrupted employment opportunities to be given to the all kind of people or the stakeholders which are directly indirectly involved into it. Then thorough throughout the policy the word day shall be defined as the number of hours an employee is identified on employee personal systems as working. It is not necessary to number of hours employees actually work per day. Flexible work arrangement, this could be a one particular new trend which has been now flexi hours. Now if you look at this particular scenario, flexi work hours is very crucial point as far as IT sectors are concerned, and even other kind of sectors where wherever really required in terms of flexi work, which can be done from the work from home or from various places it can be done, or the person may take those work at any point of place and he or she can complete that. In telecommunication refers to the unit of arrangement that allows employees to work in their home part or full time. Like for example, in this particular situation in COVID-19, okay, work from home is a one crucial decision which has been taken by various organizations, and through those they are working from home. And take an example, right now I am discussing with you through work from home, and we are completing the kind of sessions through this. This is could be a one good example for flexi work arrangements. Job sharing, it is a work arrangement in which two or more employees divide a job responsibility of hours benefits amongst themselves. If let's say one person is in an organization, other person helping from work can be helpful in terms of job sharing, or maybe a kind of, let's say, I will complete this task, you can complete this task, and they make finish their work according to their choice. This can be a kind of a good way or the strategy which will help to improve the performance and productivity of the organization. The flexi time is another type of flexible arrangement in which employees can choose when to be at office. They will determine the requirement of office. Here, the basic requirement for flexi time is what? Their accountability and responsibility. This is not applicable everywhere, so we need to take care of flexi time and its application in the organizations as per as the kind of organization productivity and performance is concerned. If you look at compressed work week, this is again a new trend as far as human resource management is concerned. Compressed work week occurs when employee work for longer period of time per day or shift in exchange for a day off. For example, now recently uh, government of Maharashtra has decided to go for 5 days working, and many of the organizations are ready to go for this, and they are working at 1 hour extra daily. Instead of coming on Saturday, they are working for 1 hour extra every day for 5 days, and they are taking off on Saturday. Even government of Maharashtra has decided to increase 1 hour load of public sector or government sector employees, and they are working 9 hours instead of 8 hours, and they are taking off on Saturdays. So this is one good kind of example of compressed work week. If you look at part-time work, this will help to understand. By understanding what exactly part-time work, employees may choose to work fewer than standard 30.7 or 40 hours work in a week. So they will reduce this and they will do it in a part-time manner. Then issues uh, related to flexible work arrangement or a kind of a delaying a kind of a work in this. Open for all employees. This should be open to all employees. This should not be restricted to a group. Okay, and if we will apply it to all employees, then it will be very difficult to complete the task in an organization. Training and reward for managers. Through this we cannot have a proper training, and we can have a fear of drilling their good standing within the firm. So this is again one issue which can be taken in consideration as far as flexi work arrangement is concerned. Then commensurate it with laws. Organization need to be mindful of laws that impact how these flexible work arrangement policies are developed and managed. There should not be bias or a kind of, let's say, work which can be uh, hide the various laws which have been stated by the governments. The major advantages of flexi work arrangements are increased employee morale, engagement, and commitment to the organization, reduced absenteeism and tardiness, increased ability to recruit outstanding employees, reduced turnover of value staff, allows people to work when they accomplish most, feel freshest, and enjoy working. Extended hours of operations for departments such as customer service. Develops image as an employer of choice with family friendly flexible work schedules. What are the different disadvantages of flexi work arrangement? The flexible work means that odd shifts may be needed to be accommodated to the schedules of others with seniority. Employees feel obliged to give the schedule employees want, even if it is not needed to the most. Unless paired with other arrangements, still requires daily in office time, while employees are allowed to choose their start and end times. They may not typically deviate from the schedule. Employees may not feel as connected or integrated into organization, particularly if the rest of work co-workers are physically co-located. Productivity may decrease on particularly long clays. It may be difficult to engage the employees in ongoing efforts due to miss meeting or so on and so forth. So employee survey could be another helpful trend which can give you understanding of employee attitude, employee opinion, then employee satisfaction survey, employee engagement, 360-degree surveys, employee improvement surveys, employee exit survey, employee benefit survey. These surveys will help to understand what exactly the problems and difficulties while dealing with human resource practices. So these are the certain methods which we can see into different kind of surveys which we are considering. So advantages of employee surveys could be helpful to provide good information about employees, improvements, confidentiality, and creating solutions for developing human resource management. If you look at the disadvantages of employee surveys, stirring the pot, hurting feelings, consistency you will not be that much crucially taken into consideration, and usefulness of those surveys in terms of results. Now employee handbook can be another kind of a trend which we can use in terms of social information, opportunity to learn, guide, and address HR policies through employee handbook. Employee handbook will help to understand employers and lawyer workforce and guide them to the employees about different kind of information, educate them, guide them in terms of policies and procedures of organizations, allow them to deal with the employees issues. This helps in communication. Proper communication is going to be happen through the organization through kind of legitimate employment practices, and organization will give this evidence whenever required as an employee handbook. Violation of policy and discipline can be ensured through this handbook. If you look at another part, organizational exit meeting, if we look at organizational exit meeting, we can reduce professional understanding or any kind of doubts, difficulties in understanding responsibility and status outside to the present organization. It can be understood through organizational exit. Reasons of organizational exit is what? Professional reasons, personal reasons, or involuntary reasons. We will understand through this survey what are the basic reasons to exit the organization. Now let's understand uh, these all trends in terms of human resource management. Now if we look at the different other trends which are been impacting, now the technology and the use of technology is again one point which we can take into considerations. So the kind of human resource management as an HRIS, human resource information system, is another trend which we are observing. Even mobile HRM is another trend which has been evolving. Then we can say now through the kind of IoT, Internet of Things, and HR analytics is another tool which is been applied for data analysis of human resources, and many other kind of tools are being evolved in emerging trends. So these are the certain trends which we have understood. We will discuss other kind of aspects in detail in the next upcoming session. Till then, you should take care of yourself, stay at home, relax yourself, be comfortable and study hard. Thank you.